Okay guys, John the Van Guy. Previous project finished. It's worked out okay. I've done a video on that, setting up the slabs and drilling in to actually fix those railings. So next project was I had so many bricks over I thought I'd use them to extend the garage floor. So here's the garage, and to actually do something like this, what you need is a good foundation. You can use like a whacker plate or one of those heavy beater rectangular or square footed things on a bar, and you just bash the ground until it's nice and firm. I had the Cerny stone down here, which is okay because reasonable sound foundation. Then so the first thing is to make up your cement and do your borders. So you need good edging. So you can see I've edged that, they're all cemented in. Those edges all the way around. I didn't bother with the garage edging. Just brought it actually up to the end of the garage floor. Okay, I used a good cement mix was 4-to-1. 4-to-1 now, so that's 2 of sand, 2 of ballast and 1 of cement. And a few tips there actually. You don't need a cement mixer to do that for this kind of size job. Good to have a wheelbarrow and get yourself a good hoe type thing. And for mixing in a wheelbarrow, it's just brilliant. I saw them do this on one of the videos, and it actually saves a lot of time and makes life a bit easier. And then you ship from the barrow onto some sort of wooden board, and then what you need is plenty of good trowels. Okay, Wicks do quite a nice selection of trowels. You need your biggie and a few smallies, and that should sort you on the trowel side of it. Right, so for the base, once you've actually got your edgings in and good borders, solid borders, then you can actually plant the bricks in any pattern you want. I've gone for there's a 95 degree herringbone and a 45 degree herringbone. Now, if you go for the 45, I quite like the style of the 45 degree. And what it means is, when you're putting a brick in, basically you're putting on a 45 degree angle from one corner. But it means if you're going for 45, you'll have to cut out these sections of brick. And in fact, if you have yourself a big grinder like that, with a proper, like a diamond cutter blade, it's easy. It really is. You should wear a mask or something because it's a bit dusty, and eye protection, of course, when you're actually doing it. But to cut these bricks is dead easy. I'll show you in a minute. The other way is to, if you want to avoid all these tiny triangle cuts, you can actually go in and do a 90 degree. 90 degree will be, the bricks will be, you're starting off facing that way, and so every other brick, you'll end up with a half brick going in, so you're only cutting the bricks in half, which is a slightly easier approach, but I kind of like the look of this. And what I've used is, instead of sand, you can put the whole thing down on sand, flattened sand, again stamped down, or you can use, I've used pea gravel, and one of them using pea gravel because you could buy it £2.50 a bag, I think, from in excess. So I used a load of pea gravel, and then well, that was it really. So it's actually setting the bricks. Do it a cold run first, just to get the actual design, and then you go in, and obviously you're using, as you're doing it, you want a slight angle, you want plenty of spirit levels. I've used, that's another thing to have, very handy, a few spirit levels here, always handy to have, and smaller ones there. And yes, to keep things, because you want as you're putting the bricks in, you want at least going across. You need them nice and flat. Okay, so it's just a case of working it all in. Now this is a neat one. I came across this problem at the end here. Where the fence comes down, there's a horrible bit of concrete at the bottom. So what I thought I'd do, but there wasn't enough room to fill a full brick in to build up like a little brick wall. So what I thought I'd do is simply cut the bricks in half, lengthways, and then I will be cementing those bricks in using a 4-to-1 sharp sand and cement. I'll be actually walling those in. So let me show you how simple this is. If I can put this down here, I'll put that down there. Okay. So take one of my many bricks and let's see. So I'm going to measure the brick. So these are about 4 inches across. So let's see. 2, and then line it. Okay. Right, what I did, I found I could put about 5 of these in a length, and then go along with the the actual cutter quite along that length, and it seems to work okay. I do have a small one as well, small cutter here. This is actually a standard Ferrex from, I don't know, Aldi or Lidl, one of the others, with a masonry cutting blade, which works brilliantly and quite handy to have to do the trimmings. Okay, let me show you. So, one thing you've got to do when you're using these things, obviously you should wear all the gear. You don't want this brick dust in your lungs. And you should wear eye protection as well. I'm not doing it at the moment, maybe I should. So, and the idea is, notice you start at this end and you work your way along. Now you've got to be careful that you don't get kickback, because you can with these big things. So you've got to really hold the thing really firmly, and this holds itself quite well in the stones without me lethal machine. Simple. So now all I'm doing now is I'll be using those sections, and there we go. I'm building up the wall accordingly. Just doing a dry run first. Always do dry runs when you're doing these things, to seeing how everything will go. But I think that's going to be okay. I did finish this off as well with coppels. These are Indian mint cobbles, which I use in the same mortar mix as before. This gives you a bit of an edge, and that ties in with the cobbles I've used in the past along there. So, yeah, pleased with that. It's going to be very useful. Well, I can't think of anything else. Oh yeah, get yourself, when you're doing all this cutting, super important by the way, you're going to need one of these triangles, set squares or whatever. Super important for getting all your angles, your 45-degree angles, when you're actually cutting the bricks. They do help a lot. And then you can actually mark the bricks and cut them accordingly using your angle grinder. Anything else I can think of? Oh, to finish off, all I've done is used brushed on sharp sand once everything was set. This is kiln dried sand. It was actually kiln dried sand, and you have to have everything really dry when you do that, and just brush it in, and then there you go, and the job is done. Okay, I hope that's helpful. Okay, bye for now, folks.